early, but I just thought I'd jump on and just say hi, and I can go ahead and get the greetings started. So it is Sunday, March 21st, and welcome to YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. On this episode of the Shoutout Sunday Show, we're going to talk about life during a pandemic and get updates on open invites and collabs. But before we get into that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to grow their influence through YouTube. So if that sounds like something you want to do, then subscribe and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And if you've joined us on the replay, welcome. I'm sure you'll get good value from what we do here today. So feel free to jump in the conversation, leave us a comment, whatever, in the comment section below. And for those of you who have joined me live, how you doing? It is always good to have you here. And I see Leah Rowe is here. She said she was watching Zane as well. So, all right. So for today's show, oh, and let me just type a little comment just to let people know that I am here. So as I said, Leah Rowe was on a previous live stream that I was on, and I am responding to her. So I'll go ahead and do that. And let's see, what else do I need to tell you guys? Oh, okay. So for the purposes of today's show, we'll address what life is like living through a pandemic in your community. Then we'll talk about what video responses you may have or seen and what you can consider making that makes sense for your channel. And lastly, I'll give an update on open invites and collabs. And keep in mind that if we don't get to the discussion of the open invites and collabs, I will put those in the description box of tonight's show. So if we don't get to that, I will put it in there so you won't miss it. And let's see, what am I missing? All right. So before we get into that, what you sipping on? I've got herbal tea tonight. I have been off the wagon. I'll tell you what, since I've been home for these last few days, I've just been eating like crazy, much more. Hey, Marilyn at Fabulous Designs on a Budget. It's good to see you. And like I said, Leah Rowe from Junkanecker is here. She's drinking black coffee. Luann from It's Always Something Around Here is just saying hello, ladies, and hello, hello, hello. It's always good to have you guys with me. And I accidentally started a minute early. I meant to just go on and just do a little bit of chat. And the next thing I know, I had clicked the button and it had started. So all I did was go ahead and give the greetings. So now you guys have only missed that. So, hey, Cal, how you doing, girl, out there in, I believe, New Orleans? So how are you doing out there? And the video assignment for tonight is the same as it was last week. And it is the coronavirus response, how to make the best of a bad situation with YouTube by Sean Cannell and Benji Travis of Video Influencers. I didn't change it because I was thinking, in case anyone hasn't seen it yet, then that's a good one for people to take a look at so that they can be thinking about what they can do. So Leah Rowe at Junkanecker says, this is the 9th day in her house. Leah, where are you? I don't know what state you're in. So where are you? My hands are really dry. I've been doing all this cleaning. And a couple of times I did some cleaning and I didn't put gloves on. So my hands are feeling a little bit chapped. So, oh, you're in Alabama. So Leah Rowe is in Alabama. She's been in her house for 9 days, she said. Diva Designing on a Dime has jumped on. Hey, Kimberly, it's always good to see you. Liz at Jazzy Green Decor. So what you guys sipping on tonight? Like I said, I got herbal tea. And then Marilyn said she loves my shirt. Let me kind of click up and let you guys see it. I got this from Miss Cheryl's place. She sent it to me. It was my friend mail. And I have to tell you guys, my house, as you can probably tell from looking around this office, is at sixes and sevens. And I mean totally at sixes and sevens. We finally got our bedroom furniture delivered. You guys know it's been on my um, vision board for the last 3 years to get a bedroom makeover. So the painters were out a few days ago, and we had to move everything out of the room. And there was stuff that I had in boxes and bags, and so a lot of stuff just got dumped in here because it was a free space. And then the carpet cleaners were in, and then they delivered the furniture on Friday. And so we've got that set up. So now I'm in the process of getting things unpacked and kind of put where they go. But there's only so much time. So I haven't gotten that all done. So I just thought, I'm just working in a mess right now. But you know what? What it is what it is. So, hey, everybody, it's good to see you. So Liz has water. She's always drinking something healthy. And Karen at Everyday Living with Karen Jeter is also using sparkling lime water. So that's always good. And then Empowering Moments with Velvet. I think she's been on with us a couple of times before. She's sipping on Pepsi Zero sugar. That's pretty good. And oh, you know, Marilyn, well, I don't know if I was really going to do a big reveal or not. Because number one, the furniture's in there, but I don't have like the pictures for the wall or new bedding or anything like that. And it's going to be a minute before I can get that now because I can't really go out and do shopping. I'll do a little bit of online shopping, but I really can't get a good feel for like textures and things like that. So I may have to wait before I can get everything done. So we'll see, but it is pretty. And what in my Moonlight Clean with Me, I do show you at least the bed, and it's really pretty. So okay, so all right. So I guess I should go ahead and get started. I've been chatting up a storm, and I do enjoy chatting with you guys. This is one of the fun things to do. And I tell you what, I've been in the house all day, just me and the hubby. He's been up here a couple times. What you doing? I'm working on a video. And so then I would kind of explain to him what I was doing. And then if I got too involved, he'd say, okay, see. And then he'd go back downstairs. Then he might come back up. What you doing? Or what are dinner plans? That kind of thing. He's starting to get a little bit stir crazy, I think. He's usually busier than what he is right now. He gets his boat out of storage, I believe, next week. And then he'll have plenty to do. But right now, he didn't have quite as much to do as he normally does. And he's made enough bobbers for the free world. So we'll see. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, and Sandy from Sister Cubs' Life. Hey, it's good to have you with us, Sandy, as well. So let me just go ahead and give you guys the rundown on what we're going to be doing tonight. And as I said, the video assignment for tonight is the same one of last week, which was the coronavirus response, how to make the best of a bad situation, of use to the people that are in your YouTube community. And we all have one. It's a little bit different, but we all have one. But then also, how can you make the trending topic of the pandemic and the coronavirus and all of that work for you? It's a realistic thing to think about. So there's that. So I didn't change the video assignment because I wanted you to really see that video and kind of get some ideas and kind of see where I was going with that. And if you go over there to watch, please say that I sent you. I mean, I'm not going to get anything out of it, but I just wanted you to say that I sent you. So there's that. And then the other thing that I wanted to just mention is the March pantry challenge that I issued to you guys at the beginning of March. And that was to inventory your freezer, your fridge, or your pantry, and then make grocery lists and meal plans based upon your inventory. So I really feel like the March pantry challenge has kind of taken on a new meaning because right now we are all pretty much, I would say, almost required to shop from our pantries. Pretty much you are encouraged to stay in your homes, and some of you are on lockdown or quarantine and you can only go out to the grocery store. So what are you doing for that? So that's why I'm thinking the March pantry challenge might have even just kind of taken a left turn or a right turn based upon the current situation today that we're dealing with. So are you creating meals from a position of shortage, or are you just being very frugal? I threw away a butternut squash today. I had planned to make it. You guys probably saw me when I hauled it. I had planned to cook it and never got around to it. So I was looking in the vegetable bin to get out something, because when I went out for groceries a few days ago and I was just picking up a few things, I almost bought a butternut squash that day, but I thought, nope, I got one at home. I need to use it. And the squash in the store was $4.59. Yes, $4.59 for a butternut squash. I'm like, I am not doing that. Well, maybe I should have, because I had to throw out the one I had. But then on the other hand, since I didn't cook the one that I had, maybe it's a good thing that I didn't buy it. But there's that. So Luann, and it's always something around here, said it sure did take some turns. And yes, it has not only taken some twists and turns, it has gone down a rabbit hole. So there's some things that you guys can think about in regards to that. So as you think about participating in the pantry challenge, remember, a video is not required. But if you make one, it could be on something related to how you're using your inventory to prepare meals for yourself and your family right now. I know Cal lives alone. So how are you using the stuff you've got, Cal, to make meals for yourself? Or if you've got a family, what are you doing? And I saw a video this week of a woman who has 6 children. I think she has 6 children. And then she's her and the hubby, and she had gone grocery shopping, and there was like nothing in the store. And she was like, what am I going to feed my kids? I'm shopping for a family of 8. And she said people were looking at her side eye when she was kind of trying to buy a few things, and they were like, she was hoarding. But she's like, no, I got a large family. So how are things there for you? So there's that. And so join me live on March 27th for the wrap up, and let us know how things are working out for you. And if you want the freezer, fridge, and pantry inventory bundle, just send me an email and I'll send them out to you. You know, it's free of charge. I'll just send them out. So 15 of you guys on, if I could get 15 thumbs up, that would be great. Because trust me, we got some good stuff this coming. So you're going to want to give me those thumbs up. So, all right, I want to start with shout outs. And neither one of the people that I am shouting out appear to be here. But they usually jump on, and they sometimes they jump on late. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. But the first shout out I want to give goes to Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. And I have to tell you what, girlfriend is working on her channel. She's got a new channel trailer that's coming out. Now, she's only let a few people take a look at it to preview it, and she's still working on tweaking it, but it is absolutely amazing. If she doesn't change it at all, it's amazing. There's a few tweaks that I did suggest, but if she doesn't do anything about those tweaks, it is amazing. And she is looking like a rock star in a yellow dress. I mean, you guys have not seen Stephanie look like this before, and it is amazing, and she is beautiful, number one. So when she gets it all done, we will have to all check it out so that we can kind of see how she's been channeling the information that we've been talking about here on YouTube Talk. When we talk about YouTube strategies, we're not here just for social convenience. We're not here just as a YouTube channel, and that's okay. But the majority of you are here to work on your YouTube business. So that being said, when Stephanie gets that channel trailer deployed, we're going to have to all check it out so you guys can see what maybe you might consider doing or get some ideas for your channel. So there's that. So I'm getting a little bit chilly, so I thought I would put this jacket on real quick. And I'll probably be taking it off again. You guys know how it goes, hot and cold, that kind of thing. So there's that. So, oh, and the other thing is that Stephanie has reorganized her homepage on her channel. Hey, Nicole Northgarden, good to have you with us. So here's the thing. She has reorganize her homepage so you can kind of see things in 3 different sections. And she's also got quite a few, well, I should say several different series that she's working on. So if you have not been to Stephanie's channel, Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie, lately, check it out. Just kind of examine what she's doing. Look at how her homepage is set up. She's been working on that. Look at her about page. She's tweaked that a little bit. And then when the channel trailer comes out, take a look at that and look at a few of the series that she's working on. So she's definitely putting into practice the things that we've been talking about. So shout out number one, Stephanie at Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. And hey, Maria at Yicha Creaciones. How you doing? Now, shout out number two goes to Savings with Miss B. I have to tell you, I just happened to stumble across her newest video. I don't know, it just popped up into my feed and I took a look at it, and her video, and it was posted, I think, in the past 24 hours. And this video is on how to make your own Lysol wipes from things you already have at home. Once again, how to make your own Lysol wipes from things you already have at home. So remember, last week we talked about how to be creative and how to be of service during this stressful time. But that being said, it needed to make sense for your brand, for your channel. And, well, Saving with Miss B. What does she do? She does DIY, and she does DIY because she wants to help you save money. She says she wants to help you save on the things you need, save on the things you need so you can buy some of the things you want or something like that. So it is definitely on brand for her. And, those look for less or dupe things are really pretty popular, particularly right now. And it's also very timely. So let's give kudos to Savings with Miss B and Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. So shout out for today, Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie and Saving with Miss B. So again, guys, kudos to these two ladies because, like I said, they are putting into action the things we talk about. When we talk about YouTube strategy, they're listening and they're paying attention and they're applying it. Now, I'm not saying they're the only ones. Those are just the two that I'm focusing on today. So kudos to them. And let me just say, if you've got something new going on your channel, send me an email and let me know because I miss a lot of things. Sometimes something will just pop up into my feed, or I'll stumble across it, or I'll just kind of be looking at what's going on. You're trying to apply some of the strategies we've been addressing, and I've missed it because I can't see everything. Let me know, and then I'll try to check it out. And then maybe one of these times it'll be you that we're giving the shout out to on Shoutout Sunday. So there's that. Oh, look, Marilyn gave like little trophies. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. All right, so now let's talk about life and living during a pandemic. Let's talk about that because I really want you to think about how you can use what you're living through on your YouTube channel. And I will start. Oh, great. So, okay. So now I was going to start, but I see Lynn Kelly, author, has already started. She said she was up until 2:30 re-editing an old video about how to control stress during stressful times using humor. Amazing. All right, good. Now, I haven't made the playlist yet, but I will. And I will be sure to get that in the playlist because I'm going to create a playlist probably tonight or tomorrow, which I'm calling our, what did I call that? Let me find it. I think it was our creators coronavirus challenge. So I'll talk about that some more in just a minute. But remember, do not use that term anywhere outside of this conversation, creator coronavirus challenge. But we talked about last week, which is coming up with something that is trending, that's timely, but is on brand for you. Hey, Cheryl, always good to have you here too. All right, so now, let me go ahead and start with how life's affected me here. And then you guys can jump in, or you guys can even be typing in what it is you're going to tell, because what I want to hear from each of you is how living through this pandemic is affecting you. Hey there, Lady Phoenix. Good to have you here. You missed it last week when I gave you props. You were one of the shout outs that I gave last week, because I gave props for your video where you reviewed the air filter and talked a little bit about the coronavirus and how it was working. So if you missed it, you have to go back and pick it up. But I gave you props last week, and we all gave you kudos, and you missed it. But I'll give you kudos again for your video for last week because you missed it. Oh, you did see it. Okay, good, good. All right, so now, as far as me, this is what's happening here. So you guys know that my mom had been, in the rehab center while she was getting stronger after her heart valve surgery. And oh my gosh, so I brought her home on Tuesday of last week. And then I had to take her to another hospital to get a heart scan done, and then took her home. Got her home, got her situated with my sister, and then went home to my own home. Not 2 hours, 3 hours later, my sister called and said, Mom fell. Oh my God. Me and my husband jumped in the car, raced over there. We got there at the same time that the fire department was getting there, and they had to actually pick her up to put her back to bed. And then the paramedic came in and did the assessment, and she got lightheaded and passed out, and that was why she fell. So then she had to go back to the hospital, and she was in the hospital. I mean, she wasn't even home 6 hours, and she was back in the hospital that day. She was on the telemetry unit for a couple of days, and then they sent her back to rehab, and she's back in the same rehab center, which is a good thing because we've gotten to know some of the nursing assistants there. They take really good care of her. They've been very, very kind to her. But as you know, right now, during this pandemic, considering that our older adults are the most affected, the most vulnerable populations. And, you think I'm in that older adult population, but my mom's 88. So, and with the people over 80, there's a 15% death rate related to the coronavirus. So what they have done nationwide is there is no visiting at any long-term care settings, and then no visiting in hospitals now. So I was at the hospital visiting my mom on let's see, today is Sunday. On Thursday, I guess. I was there on Thursday. And when I was in there talking to her, one of the head nurse came around and said, we are asking all visitors to leave at noon. There's been a national directive that there could be no longer any visitors in hospitals or nursing homes. And so you're going to have to leave. Well, she was going to be transferred back to the rehab center at 1 o'clock. So I'm like, well, okay, that'll work out just fine. So I left her. She only had 3 things: her glasses, a bag with her hair stuff in it, comb, brush, and hair oils and whatever, and her tooth powder. Don't you know I got a call? Where are Mom's glasses? They left her glasses at the hospital because I couldn't be there when they transferred her. Nobody picked her glasses up. She got to the rehab center, and all she had was the tooth powder and the hair stuff, and nobody knows where her glasses are, and so they've been lost. So we're going to have to buy new glasses. But over in the rehab center, my sister did send an iPad with her that's been set up so we can FaceTime her there. We can see her on the iPad. Now, one of the aides have to come in and help her. Now, she can push the button and she can call me if it's set up where she can reach it. But if it's not where she can reach it, well, then that's a different story. But right now, things are working. But I'm just ready for her to come home. And yes, she wasn't hurt too bad. She wasn't hurt badly at all, other than the fact that she passed out. My sister was right there with her, so she didn't break anything. She was just weak. So then we had to restart her on her strengthening again, but she's making good progress. I'm hoping she'll be home by the end of the week. That's my hope. I figured it shouldn't be more than 7 or 8 days this time. And then as far as grocery shopping here, for the most part, the stores have food. Now, I had done some vlogging the day before, or a couple of days before, which is a moot point now. Everything was in the stores. I just saw maybe one or two things that they didn't have. Well, when I went to the store yesterday, there was a lot of empty shelves. And you can, if you don't get to the store at a certain time, you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. So, for example, they bring out toilet paper every day around 7 o'clock. But if you're not there by 10, it's gone by the time you get there. And then I was trying to find some tomatoes, like petite diced tomatoes in the can. Couldn't find any of those. So just little things like that. And I sent my husband for some biscuits, and he said there's no biscuits here. All they've got is pizza crust. So little things like that. Oh, and there's no ground beef. But for the most part, we've got plenty of food here. So I can't complain. So how are things affecting you guys there? So Cheryl at I Style My Style said she's hanging in there, trying not to go crazy. What is Sandy saying? Oh, Sandy said, oh my God. Sandy said her dad fell on Wednesday and broke his hip. He had to have surgery and they've not been able to visit. Yes. So see, that's just it. And so Sandy, let me just tell you, for our mom, we were able to send in an iPad that they set on this charging station that my sister sent, and she uses that and we can communicate with him that way. If your dad's alert enough, you guys can do well, if it's not already set up on his cell phone, you're going to be limited. But sometimes you can do some kind of a FaceTime on the cell phone, or there's a thing called Duo, D-U-O, on cell phones that you can use to do video calling. So think about that. Otherwise, then you'll just have to do phone calls. And then one of the things that we try to do is like maybe every 2 to 3 hours, somebody different call mom so that she kind of gets someone to talk to. Because when Governor Cuomo was talking about his mom, he was saying the biggest thing for her was that she got lonely and depressed because of the isolation. So Sandy, give your dad a call as often as possible. But today is Sunday. He fell on Wednesday. He's probably going to still be in quite a bit of pain. And then under the influence of narcotics, pain meds. So my guess would be he'll be going to the rehab center in a few days. And so when you guys transfer him there, think about what you can do to keep a connection with him. If there's an iPad or something like that that somebody could loan to him, get it set up before he goes so that it's all set up when he gets there. And then make sure everyone has the right email address or phone number to contact him on that. That'll be very helpful. So he's in the hospital now, but I'm pretty sure he'll be going. Not only is it upsetting, it's worrying because you just worry that they're not going to care for your parent as you would want to. Luckily for us, the ladies and the men at where mom has been very nice, very nice. So I don't worry too much, but just knowing that if she's up in the chair and she can't reach her call light unless somebody comes in, so, and then she's not eating the food. She doesn't like the food. So yeah. Okay. So now Marilyn said it's forced her to take an inventory in her home and declutter to keep busy. And focusing on that is helping her to not stress as much. And I've got 19 people on. If I could get 19 thumbs up, that would be great. All right. So Cheryl. Now, Maria at Yitra Creaciones said she was planning to do a lot in her home, but her daughters have to work and she has to help with the grandsons. So, Maria, I understand. So maybe one of the things that you could do is you could do a video about having to be, I don't know if you're having to help the kids with their homework or just something about activities that grandparents can do because all of a sudden they've got to babysit because mom and dad have to work. A lot of grandparents are having that same issue right now. They're having to watch. What kind of memories are you creating? So think about that. Darcy, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Luckily for me, she didn't break anything and she's doing well. And I'm hoping that she'll be home by Friday of this week. Sandy's dad broke his hip, so he'll probably be going to rehab Tuesday or Wednesday, and hopefully things will go well there. Luann says she's hanging in there, busy with projects to keep her mind off of things. And Cheryl says she hates being cooped up in the house. Cal's Talk said she hates being cooped up in the house. But you know what? That's not something we can change, being cooped up in the house. But what can we do proactive while we're there? So Diva says she's not stressing too much because she knows God's in control. She's just not leaving the house unless she needs to go to the store. So she's good for a couple of weeks. And me too. I probably got enough stuff here. I'm good for at least 3 weeks. I went out to get those biscuits because I wanted biscuits. But if I had to make biscuits, I have everything here that I need to make them. So I'm good for at least 3 weeks. Lynn Kelly, author, says she's taken part in tablescape challenges and vignettes, hoping to take her mind off of things. So, okay, that's good. Anybody else want to share? And then I got some articles or videos that I want to talk to you guys about. And some of you, there are, so Carol at My Blessed Nest joined us. She said her family's fine and she doesn't mind staying at home. She's got lots of projects to get done. And I don't mind staying at home either because I got lots of stuff to do. My husband said I'm the busiest retired woman he's ever seen. He calls me busybody because I'm always running around doing something. Cook. Now, you just heard a request. Marilyn said she's good with dinner foods, but she needs more breakfast items. Oh, all right. So she needs more breakfast items to purchase at the store, but what can she create for breakfast out of things she already has? Maybe she could do a steak and eggs with fried potatoes for breakfast one morning. Men love that. Now, it's a little pricey, but men love that kind of thing. So what else? What other ideas can you give her for things that she might already have? So yeah, think about that. So let me just share with you guys a few of the videos that I've kind of been searching through or stumbled across or just popped up in my feed. So now my Carol says overnight oats. Overnight oats. I don't know what that is. So Carol, I expect to see a video about overnight oats. Maybe it's something you're doing either in your pressure cooker or whatever, but make that overnight oats because Marilyn needs to see that. She's asked for a video with breakfast ideas. So there you go. Denise, when is it a good time to plant? To plant what? Like to plant like herbs and those kinds of things? Because I just bought some of those little tiny herbs because I just want to plant something so bad. So I bought some little herb pots that I can plant. You put this little plastic thing over them and they just sit aside and you can put them in the sun. So I plan to do that. Lynn Kelly says grow sprouts in a mason jar, your own little salad ready to go. I plan to start doing some things like that. And I'm going ideas. I'll try to keep an eye over there about other ideas, but I'm going to go ahead and start sharing with you guys a few things about some of the videos that I've seen because this may stimulate some ideas for you. So I've got a few people that I follow on a day-to-day basis, and one of them is called Faith and Flower. And she did a video called Everyday Cleaning Motivation 2020, Staying at Home, Clean with Me. Now, she does clean with me every week, but this one has to do with staying at home is in part of the title. So I haven't looked at the video yet because I was just kind of browsing through, looking for things that would fit the subject for tonight. But I'll look at it later on tonight when I get in bed and it's quiet and I'm just kind of browsing through YouTube. I'll put that on. Carol at My Blessed Nest says she actually has a meal prep video that she never put up. She'll have to edit it and get it up, and it includes the overnight oats. Yes, Carol, now is the time. So you've been saving it for this week. So get it up. And when you guys get these videos, send me an email so that I can try to check them out. So anyway, so Faith and Flower, Everyday Cleaning Motivation, Staying at Home. So for those of you ladies that clean, Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life, I could see something like this coming from you. For those of you ladies that clean. And you know what? I should be doing something like that. So there's that one. I see Tablescape Diva joined us. Hey, lady, how you doing? Now, here's another one. Now, this one was quite interesting. It's called Quarantine Cooking, Episode 1, Joe's Chocolate Chip Cookies. Now, who is Joe? Well, Joe from Magnolia Home, you know, Chip and Joanna Games from the Fixer Upper or something like that. Well, she's got her YouTube channel called Magnolia. And so she's got the first video. It just popped up either yesterday or today because it popped up in my feed on this particular channel. I hadn't seen it before. Quarantine Cooking, Episode 1, Joe's Chocolate Chip Cookies. So, Diva, I know you guys are on lockdown down there, so to speak, and several of you others are. I could see some quarantine cooking coming from some of you guys. Maybe something simple, but just get something like that in the title, maybe. So think about that. The only thing that I don't know right offhand is whether or not quarantine is one of those sensitive keywords that might get you flagged and demonetized for that particular video. I don't know, but certainly it can get you the views. So there's that to think about. But Quarantine Cooking Episode 1, that means she's planning on doing more. So this is just the first one, and it was Chocolate Chat with Denise Jordan. Not that any of these people are going to know me, but maybe they might say, oh, well, let me go check out and see who that is. So anyway, say that. So now this one is called No Space, How I Organize My 2-Week Preppers Pantry by Simply Sherry. Now, I have met Simply Sherry. I met her at that YouTube conference I went to last year. But now here's the thing. How I organize my 2-week prepper pantry. Right now, you guys know all these folks that have been prepping and people have been laughing. I saw one and I forgot to write it down. It was called How to Create a 3-Week Prepper Pantry. And it was really quite good. And I meant to get the title and put it in the list below, and I forgot. But it's called How to Create a 3-Week Prepper Pantry, or My 3-Week Prepper Pantry. It's a tongue twister. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description box below. So, so it just kind of makes you think about, like, what do you need to do while we've had to go out and prepare to stay home for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Well, where are you going to put all this food? I put all this stuff. This is a video that may be able to help me with that problem. Can you guys out there, Darcy, you're into organizing. Where's that video on how to organize all this extra food? I'm looking for it. Andrea Mason, you are not late, but we are glad, not for you necessarily to watch, but you can. I think they would be good if you did watch them, but on how you can get ideas on how you can create videos for your channel. Again, they need to be on brand. So what kind of videos can you create during this stressful time that make sense for you? Darcy, I'm calling you out. So Simply Sherry created this video on, my 2-week prepper pantry, no room. So she's telling you how you can keep track of all this stuff in an apartment. So I ended up getting a crate in a box and kind of putting some stuff on the floor in a corner in the dining room, because I didn't have room for that stuff in my pantry. And that was the only thing I could do. So what are some suggestions? So like I said, Darcy, I'm calling you out. You're the organizing queen on here. Who else on here is into organizing? I can't think who else is into organizing right now. But there's certainly a topic for you. How I managed my extra grocery supplies or something like that. Stocked up, plan to be in for the next 2 to 3 weeks. How am I keeping things organized or something like that? Okay, so Mary at Rocky Mountain Garden says she's doing her book recommendations video very soon. Good. Really good living. And I know you go by Lady Phoenix, but Lady Phoenix, what is your name? I would love to know that. But you say you love doing decluttering and organizing. Okay, you like decluttering and organizing. How are you organizing all this extra food that you got to have to stay in the house for the next 2 to 3 weeks? I know you've got at least one child at home. So what are you doing? Viology says she's putting her overage in her car garage. Well, V, show it to us. Show us how you're doing it. And I tell you, V, I saw a couple of videos on your channel, and they covered a lot of this violence, some of this foolishness that we see going on. And I was just like, oh no, people are actually acting like this. So I would have enjoyed seeing how you're storing that food in your car garage. So show me that. Show me that. I want to see that. So Marilyn's got a deep freezer in her basement. But yeah, Marilyn, but you can't put everything in your deep freezer. Now, you can put flour, cornmeal, but I don't think you want to put sugar in your deep freezer. What else do you have that doesn't go in your deep freezer? Because like I bought, first of all, I ended up buying a coffee pot. I bought a Mr. Coffee Maker because I thought if this lasts longer than 3 weeks and we really have to get tight on money, and I tell you what, I just was watching the stock market crash. And I was like, Lord Jesus, is all my retirement money going to be gone? I just didn't even want to look. So I thought, let me buy a regular coffee maker and like a container of Folgers decaf coffee so that if I have to really start saving pennies, I'm not going to be buying them expensive K-cups every week. Because it's like $7.99, $5 or $6.99 if they're on sale, and you only get 10 pods. So I'm like, okay, if I have to start thinking like that, where am I going to make a difference at? So I bought a regular coffee pot. So again, you got the deep freezer. So, but what else? So like, and I bought, what else? Oh, extra canned goods and different things like that. Those things I'm not putting in the freezer. So where are you putting that stuff? So Diva said she's buffering. Okay, sorry about that. Cheryl's got 3 refrigerators, 2 for overflow in the basement. Okay, cool. Biology, where are you that it's so hot there? Because it ain't hot here. We got snow outside. It's 27 degrees. We got at least an inch of snow today. So there's that. But okay. So Marilyn, and again, I know we talked about for you, you could do something like you're working from home, you're set up your workspace at home, that kind of thing. So there's that. Oh, Cal, you said you're buffering too. Now that's bad. I day 4, shelter in place. So if I'm buffering, how bad is it? Can you guys hear me, see me? I don't know what to do or what I can do differently if I'm buffering. But anyway, day 4, shelter in place, California family of 9 surviving another day. So maybe you could talk about how your family is managing. Mary says they just got 7 inches of snow in Colorado. Okay, so Lynn's going to reload her page. All right. So that's something you could talk about. If it's really a stressor on you, like for example, this one family that I saw, she went to the store and I tell you what, the images that she showed of those grocery store shelves, I was like, oh my God, there was nothing for her to buy. What do you do when there's literally nothing to buy? So anyway, there's something she's talking about that. Homeschool and current events, day in the life, elegant homemaking. This one is inspired by Nikki, and she's one of the people that I follow. And she's doing a video about homeschooling. She's got 4 children, and right now they're all at home, so she's got to do things with them. And so she's showing a day in her life while she's home with these 4 children. And then also she does what's called elegant homemaking, where she looks really beautiful. You're talking about June Cleaver. She takes June Cleaver to the next level. She looks beautiful while she's cleaning. And she makes throwing away trash look pretty. So you might consider something like that. So if you're having to homeschool your children right now, what's life like for you? What are you doing? What's your schedule? So that's just something to think about. Now, we gave props to Miss V, Saving with Miss V, because she did a DIY, how to make Lysol wipes with items you already have. So again, something timely, something trendy. What can you do to make things work well for your people? And then, and she posted that one within the last 24 hours. So there's lots of people that are facing shortages for cleaning supplies, disinfectants, and things like that. So how can you create some of these products out of things you already have at home? So I posted a video, how to make homemade disinfectant. And then my video for how to make hand sanitizer should deploy to. So there's that. And then Mary at Mary's Nest. That woman always comes up with great ideas for just the right time. She posted a video tonight on how to make uh, one ingredient homemade cream cheese. Really? How to make one ingredient homemade cream cheese. Janice, try to reload your page and see if that buffering will stop. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't usually have a problem with buffering, but we did last week a little bit and then tonight. And it could be because so many people are online, because so many people are home. And then last week, Mary loaded a video called how to make no-knead bread. And you think about, if you can't get out to the store and you got to do things at home, maybe you got to make your own bread. So flour and sugar and those kinds of things people are purchasing. So wasn't that the perfect video to be making? I thought, well, I might need to try that. Because when I did go out to the store yesterday, Honey Con said, hey, we need some bread. So I picked up a couple of loaves. But what if the shelves were empty? Then what? So there's that. So if you guys, and I did list these videos in the description box so that you could see the ones that I'm talking about if you chose to. I didn't put their links in because I didn't have time, but I did write the names down. So if you copied and pasted the name of the video in the YouTube address bar, not the regular address bar, but the YouTube address bar on YouTube, it should bring up that specific video. So, then you can kind of see what people are doing. And maybe you guys have seen some other things. So, Lady Phoenix, what is your real name? But you said we need some cheap and easy recipes for this crisis. You say your kids eat too much. Oh, you got more than one at home. I thought you just had like one teen or something like that. But okay, cheap and easy recipes for this crisis. I'm on it. I am on it. I made the best vegetable beef soup the other day. Allie, okay. Yeah, but I'm writing that down. I'm on it. Cheap and easy recipes to make because your kids eat a lot. I'm on that. And somebody else might be out there too. So Cal's Talk, you say you wish you knew how to make bread and rolls. Cal, go over and check out Mary's Nest, Mary's Cooking School, and she shows you how to do that. Oh, okay. So you don't want anybody calling you that. Okay. All right, Lady Phoenix, I'll just remember that. So, okay, so good. I'll remember that. All right. So now, like I said, I did list those videos in the description box and then, but not the link. I'll try to get back and put the link. Well, no, I won't put the link in. It might take up too many characters. We'll see. But at least the list of videos are there. Do take a look at those. And it looks like Joan Brody, the Thrift Queen, is here. Hey, Joan, it's good to have you with us as well. And what we were doing tonight was talking about the different videos that people have made that I've seen that relate to the current pandemic and how they're approaching it from their YouTube business or in their lives, and how people could how the YouTube creators, how you ladies could create a video that is on brand that addresses this trending topic. So there's that. All right. Anything else on these lines? Okay, I got you, Lady Phoenix. So just as a reminder, remember last week I issued the Creators Coronavirus Challenge, and it is called YouTube for Good. Do not put Creators Coronavirus Challenge anywhere in the title, in the description box. Don't even say it in the videos because YouTube will definitely censor you. But you could include, I ask you though, to include the hashtag YouTube for Good, meaning you're doing something on YouTube for the good of others. That's why I'm calling it YouTube for Good. And yes, everybody send prayers and good thoughts to V for some health crises that she's dealing with. So there's that. And So what I was asking you guys to think about was, not to be exploited. We're not trying to exploit the situation, but it is, number one, a trending topic, and it is a situation that all of us, every single one of us, are dealing with in some way. We should represent that in our YouTube business if it makes sense for you. So there's that. All right, so any other good ideas? I think Darcy must have left because she never responded or said anything about that challenge about organizing her stuff. So hopefully she will see it later, or I might need to send her an email about that. All right, so now let's talk about, let's see. So again, if you're going to be shut in for the next 2 to 3 weeks, what are some videos you might want to make for moms, kids, families, that kind of thing? For the cooks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas. And we already had a request from one of our ladies right here. She needs some easy and cheap recipes because kids are home all day. They eat a lot. She's got to feed them. So there's that. Those of you that like cleaning videos, how to disinfect your home, how to make your own sanitizer, how to do whatever. And I've done one of those, and Miss V have done one of those as well. So there's that. All right, so are you guys ready? Let's jump into the collaborations that are coming up. And I will have to tell you guys, if I have any that I've missed, if you guys can let me know, and I'll make sure to get them on the list so that when I put this tweaked list in the description box, if I've forgotten to say one, when people go and look in the description box to copy and paste it, it's in there. All right. Oh, and let me thank everybody for jumping in on my kitchen vignette, my spring kitchen vignette challenge. I've got about 4 more videos I've got to get through to watch, but they have just really been so nice, just so amazing. And I really appreciate the support because there's a lot going on with everybody right now. And so if you're finding time to do that, I appreciate it. All right, so here's what we got coming up. Now, today is I see Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life just joined us. And Michelle, one of the things that you missed that I mentioned for all the ladies that I had given a list of videos, and they're in the description. So there was that one. And how to make your Lysol wipes with items you already have at home by Miss V. You like to make your own cleaning products. So I would expect to see something like that from you during this time. So there's that. All right, so now challenges that are coming up. Include March 22nd, and that is today, is the Spring is in the Air tablescape with Bree's project book and Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. So if you didn't get your video done and uploaded, you still got a little bit of time to do that. So yeah, so Fabulous Designs on a Budget is Marilyn. And then I Style My Style is Cheryl. And Yitra Creaciones is Maria. And let's see. Thrift Queen is Joan. And Biology is V. My Everyday Wife Life is Michelle. And some of the other ones are pretty self-explanatory. So there's that. All right, so March 22nd, Spring is in the Air. That's today with Bree's project book and Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. And Stephanie is busy this quarter. I think she's in a collab or something almost every week. March 23rd, which is tomorrow, is the Useful DIY Challenge hosted by Moon Dolls at Life Handmade. And her co-host is April Adair Shares. And their video uploads tomorrow, the 23rd, at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And I can't remember what time that is. You're going to have to Google that, but just Google what time is Indian Standard Time in, like you put in, like, what is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in IST, and then they'll give you the answer for that. But what they want you to do is to look around your home and create an organizer that you can use in your home. So again, you organizers and you do DIY people, this one is perfect for you. March 24th is the Spring Clean With Me series. And this one, again, is by Kimberly Davis. So every Tuesday for the month of March, she's been hosting a Clean With Me, Spring Clean something. And on this particular week is a closet or pantry. So there's that. So, and I believe the video upload time is 8 a.m. If I'm wrong, Diva, let me know. But you guys can check out her invite video for the full details. And then on March 25th is the Spring Artsy Cupcake and DIY Challenge. And this might be a good time for people to bake, make cupcakes with your kids or something like that. So Divas, it's 5 p.m. for Diva Designing on a Dime. The Spring Clean With Me is upload time is 5 p.m. Eastern for Kimberly Davis. And then the Artsy Cupcake is at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday. And you can either make cupcakes and decorate them. You can use cupcakes to decorate something. You can create an organizer or a stand or a plate or whatever and put cupcakes on it. Whatever you want to do. But it might be fun to get creative and do something like that, especially if you do it with your kids. Just don't have your kids in the thumbnail and don't say anything about your kids in the title. All right. March 27th is the Spring Entry Wave Challenge with Tammy Thompson, TVMG. And on another one on March 27th, we've got one called It's a Spring Affair. And this is a seasonal challenge. So she's going to do one with the very season. So right now we're looking at spring. So it's a spring affair hosted by me, myself, and I'm DIYing it. And she's having a co-host this time called DIY Designs by CCW. And what they want you to have is some kind of a seasonal decor in your kitchen, bedroom, living room, den, or any space in your home. And then tell us about the theme that you're rocking. And then your video upload date is March 27th. So there's that. And there's another one on March 27th. That is a busy date, is the $5 Goodwill Challenge with Hillary at Old World Home. So you got 3 on that day. And Hillary usually gets quite a bit of participation. And what she wants you to do is find an item at the Goodwill that costs you $5 or less. And she wants you to show us how you're going to style that in your home. And so there's that. On March 28th is the Pretty in Pink Easter Tablescape 2020 with fabulous designs on a budget and Diva Designing on a Dime with Kimberly Davis. And they want you to create a really pretty tablescape using pink. And upload date is March 28th at 7 a.m. Eastern. And they've got a really cute little hashtag Pretty in Pink Tablescape 2020. So that one ought to be a lot of fun too. You could do Easter, you could just do spring, you could do girly, but it's just called Pretty in Pink Easter Tablescape with fabulous designs on a budget. So maybe you can't do girly since you did say Easter. Well, you could still do girly, a girly Easter one. And then another one on March 28th is Using Trash to Create Treasure, hosted by Casey at Coffee with My Sunshine, and her co-host is to be announced. And this is going to be a monthly challenge with Casey, and she wants you to use something that you would normally trash and then create some kind of a treasure with it. And the video upload date is going to be March 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern. March 30th is going to be my challenge, the Moonlight Clean with Me Spring 2020. And here you just do an after dark cleaning and just share with us whatever it is. Whatever it is, as long as you're cleaning it and it's after dark, you're good to go, and show us that. Michelle said that Hillary's last video, she mentioned the item did not have to be from the Goodwill. Yeah, you could be from something that you've already had. Oh, since most of us are not shopping right now. So you could show something you've thrifted from somewhere else for less than $5 or something that you've already got. But yeah, since we're not out, you're supposed to be in your home right now and not out shopping. Thank you, Michelle, for giving us that update so that you just kind of tweaked it for us a little bit there. And I appreciate that. March 31st will be the last Spring Clean With Me series by Kimberly Davis. And in this one, you get to pick your own area. So that'll be kind of cool. Which means for 5 Tuesdays in a row, you got to focus on cleaning an area in your home. So you will have created a series on your channel for Spring Clean With Me. So even if you put your video in the playlist that Kimberly created for the challenge, you need to create a Spring Clean With Me challenge on your channel. If you have at least 3 videos out of the 5, then create a Spring Clean With Me challenge. Even if you only have 2, then you can do a third one and pop it in there. So create your own Spring Clean With Me playlist on your channel and put those videos that you did as. Oh, the date for the Moonlight Clean With Me is March 30th. And I believe the time is 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. So you post it in the evening. And then on March 31st, the Spring Clean With Me series, the last one by Kimberly Davis. And then again on March 31st, there is another one. And this one is the Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Tablescape Collab 2020, hosted by Tammy Thompson, TVMG, and Vandessa at Viology. So March 30th is the Moonlight Clean With Me, the After Dark Cleaning Challenge. And then March 31st is Kimberly Davis's Spring Clean With Me. You pick the area, and then the Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Tablescape Collab, hosted by Tammy Thompson, TDMG, and Viology. Oh, yeah. So now, Michelle says that Kim doesn't mind if anyone jumps in this week, even if you didn't post the last 3 weeks. Oh, yeah. So you can post every week in these challenges. Well, Kimberly Davis has 5 weeks of this collaboration, and you can jump in at any time. If you didn't do the first 2 or 3 and you want to do, maybe you didn't want to clean those rooms and you want to work on a pantry or closet, have at it. You can jump in there by, Kimberly doesn't mind that at all. You just can't back up, I don't believe, and get into the other playlist. But who knows? She just ask her and she'll let you know. But definitely you can jump in. I was just saying that if you did do more than one of those videos, then you should create a playlist on your own channel so that you have that series on your channel as well. That's all I'm saying. Because that's a plus for you. Because then let's say you, when you create your next video and you want someone to take a look at it, when it pops up, well, when YouTube asks you, like in your end cards or your end cards or end screens or iCards, yeah, in your end screens or iCards, you can use that playlist as one of the things you want them to suggest. So that's what I mean. And if you guys don't understand what I mean, let me know. V must be an AKA. She said pink is her sorority color. Okay, so let's see. So for the multiple sclerosis tablescape, you want to do something to honor those suffering from MS. Use the color orange somewhere on your tablescape, and then tell about a fact that you researched or discovered that you didn't know before in preparing for this tablescape. So that's what she wants you to do. And then mention Tammy Thompson and Viology in your video, link their channels and all that kind of stuff. And video upload date, as I said, is Tuesday, March 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern. And you can dedicate your tablescape to someone if you wish. So Maria says she doesn't have time to purchase all pink for the tablescape. Maria, if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe it has to be all pink. It just says pink. You just have to have pink in the tablescape, but you can add white and other colors. Is that correct? Let us know, because Marilyn says you just have to have some pink on the table. So Maria, you don't have to have all pink. So whatever you have at home right now in pink will work. And then So Lady Phoenix, Allie at Really Good Living, Lady Phoenix said she really likes the awareness videos going on, and she would like to do one for autism for April. So, Lady Phoenix, who would you like to collab with you on that? They're the ladies that are here right now that enjoy doing that. So, who would like to collaborate with Lady Phoenix on an autism tablescape in April? Let her know. That does sound kind of nice. So who wants to do that? All right. So those are the March tablescapes. Now, starting with April. So Lady Phoenix is asking, decor-wise, we can do red. So who wants to light it up for autism? Okay, so Lynn Kelly Author is going to collaborate with Lady Phoenix. I think. Lady Phoenix, you got to accept. But sounds like you've got someone wanting to work with you. So Lynn Kelly wants to work with you, Lady Phoenix. So it looks like you might have a partner right there. All right. And Marilyn wants to participate as well. So, that's how we do, ladies. We kind of collaborate. We support one another. So we look like we've got Marilyn and then Kelly and then Lady Phoenix who will be doing a collaboration on autism for the month of April. So, okay, ladies, we look forward to seeing your invite video and what you guys are going to be doing with that. So, all right. So we got those three going. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, 3 is probably enough to do a collaboration with. More than 3 can be a little strained just because of the amount of people that you have to kind of mention and all that kind of thing. No, Michelle, Lady Phoenix, her channel is Really Good Living. That's just her name. She goes by Lady Phoenix, and she's got another channel that she uses that Lady Phoenix name on as well. So she's just Really Good Living. She's been that for a while. All right, so now April challenges, duh. April 1st, the last of Marilyn's, what did you call that? The 90 days to my health, the 90-day health progress. The last video for that one goes up on April 1st. Wait, nope, that's wrong. Video 3 goes up on April 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern. I believe it's Eastern. And on April 1st, she wants you to share progress, show side-by-side photos, measurements, etc. And title video your 60-day progress. So there's your check-in for that. And then video 4 goes up on May 1st. So I can't read sometimes. And now I didn't see anything about, and then in video 4, you talk about what you've learned, your successes, that kind of thing. So are you supposed to give a recipe in the 3rd video? Guys, always do your due diligence by looking at the invite video to get all the instructions, because sometimes, every now and then, I get something wrong. So be sure to check that out. All right. And then on April 4th is the Spring Coffee Table Decor Challenge with Suye at My Style, My Colors. And you guys know Suye hosts this Coffee Table Decor Challenge every quarter. So if you're into design and that kind of thing, home decor, this could be something you might consider doing. And then on April 4th as well is the evening hosted by If It Ain't Cheap, I'm Not Buying It, and co-hosted by me, myself, and I'm DIYing It, and Wendy Always Busy. So we got 3 lovely ladies that are going to be participating on this one. And they want you to create a tablescape using pastel colors. So perfect for Easter's video. It could be on display. It could be what you're actually using to put your on the tablescape, but you've got to have an Easter basket somewhere there. Hashtag is the Bunny Trail Tablescape 20, which sounds so cute. And then, of course, mention your co-host and that kind of thing in the video. Link that, the playlist, and yada, yada, yada. And upload your video at April 4th at 7 p.m. That's funny. And then on April 5th, we've got Joan Brody, the Thrift Queen, is hosting her Hop into Spring challenge. And I don't have any details for that. So now, Joan, you are on with us right now. So it's Hop into Spring with the Thrift Queen. So what I don't know if it's a thrifting challenge or what. So if you could just let us know. But remember, though, you do want to check the invite video for the full details. So make sure you do that. The other one coming up is April 11th, which is the Spring Bar Cart collab with Fabulous Designs on a Budget and Kimberly Davis. And they want you to style your bar cart for spring or Easter, include a drink for the season. And the video upload date, as I said, is April 11th at 7 a.m. Eastern. And they've got a hashtag, and the playlist will be available the day before the videos go live. So you'll have that. And then the last one that I have for the month of April is going to be the Glitter, Glam, and Glitz Tablescape, hosted by Fabulous Designs on a Budget and Diva Decorating and Easy Living with Elle. Now, this is Diva Decorating, not Kimberly Davis Diva, but Diva Decorating and Easy Living with Elle. And they want you to create a tablescape with glitter, glam, and glitz. The Thrift Queen has jumped in and said it's an Easter tablescape. No rules, just add a touch of Easter. So whatever you want to do that adds a touch of Easter, you're good to go. And then Maria says, really good living. You can find me on Instagram with the same name. So now they're kind of connecting and getting the odds and ends, the ins and outs worked out for their collaboration. So I look forward to hearing that. You guys be sure and send me an email so I can get it on the list. All right. So those are the collaborations that I have that's coming up. So if I missed any, you guys let me know. And you know what, Allie, you will enjoy it. So now you're saying, what did you get yourself into? And I know you've hosted challenges before because you do that 5 elegant things or something like that every now and then in various seasons. And you've got 4 really nice people or 3 really nice people that are going to support you in that. And everyone has a little bit different circle. So that's good. So the biggest thing is one of you, probably you, since you're taking the lead, is going to have to create the playlist and then send the link to your 3 partners, send them the link and have them check it to make sure their videos will go. They can get their videos into the playlist so that you know it's working. And then your partner's videos should be like, you guys should be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you guys should have the top 4 spaces since you guys are the host. And then once everybody knows that the link's working, when they put out their video, they'll put the link for the playlist in their description box, and they will use the same link that you gave them so that all the videos go into that same playlist. And there'll be one hashtag that you will create, or whatever hashtag that you guys decide on, and everybody will use that same hashtag. And I encourage you to have them put the hashtag in the description box, not necessarily the title, but definitely in the description box, so that if anyone somehow or another can't get into the playlist, you can capture the videos by the hashtag. Okay. All right, so there's that. So let's see, what am I missing? All right, so we can do a little question and answer. If you guys have any questions you want to ask, we can do that. Oh, Lynn Kelly said this is her first rodeo. So, all right, so Lynn, let me just share something else with you then. So when you participate in a playlist, you probably already know this, but it is expected that, especially if you're one of the co-hosts, it is expected that you should watch every video in the playlist and leave a comment on every video in the playlist. And if you are not subscribed to their channel, that you should subscribe, and they should subscribe to you. That's just common YouTube etiquette. And what you can do just to kind of help, like when you watch the video, you can just kind of make little notes and just leave different little comments. And then you could also like copy and paste a piece of a comment and then leave that, add that to whatever comment you're making on the video. So when I watch the videos, I watch them all the way through, and then I try to make comments about different things as we go through the video, so they know that I watched it all the way through. And I think that's it. And they're really a lot of fun. You just have to set the time aside. So depending upon how many videos you guys get or how much life you got going on, it may take you 2 or 3 days to get through them. But the key part is to get through them and leave everybody. Other questions? I'm not jumping in on any more. I got my hands full right now, just trying to get the stuff I've got going on done. My video on how to make hand sanitizers deployed tonight. So while we were on, that was deploying. And then I got another video that I've got to get done. And then my series on for homemakers, like my how to sew a button on a coat. I got to get that stuff done and some other cooking ones done. So I've already got stuff. I got stuff going. Hey, Wani, now you joined us. I'm glad you joined us. I sent you the email because last week when I was on your live stream, you said you could never find me. Well, this is the new channel that I'm on, and we're just about ready to jump off. But one of the things that we were talking about was how to make today's trending topic of life in a pandemic work for you on your YouTube channel. And so what we talked about, I gave examples of various videos and they're in the description box, that I've taken a look at the titles, and some of them I'm familiar with, but I haven't looked at all those videos that relate to life right now, living in a pandemic. And so, Wani, I've issued a challenge to all of you ladies out here to think about how you can create a video that makes sense for you on your channel about life during the pandemic. So there's that. So Mary says she's a bit overwhelmed too with making videos these days. And remember, Mary, you don't have to participate in all of these collaborations. Let me just say right now, ladies, the Sister Circle is a group to support you, to help uplift you, to share information and advice. But you are by no means obligated to participate in any or all of these collaborations, because you've got to have time for your signature content. That's number one. Number two, some of the challenges just don't make sense for you. Like, for example, me, I just don't do DIY videos anymore. I started doing DIY in the beginning just because I wanted to get views and try to kind of help build community. I hate DIY now. Have I done some DIY lately? I did how to make your own DIY hand sanitizer, how to make your own disinfectant product. Okay, that makes sense for me. For me, that wasn't a DIY. For me, that was just like a little teaching thing that I might have been talking to one of my students about in regards to, how to teach a family how to create a disinfectant for their home. That was easy. But like some of us do all this stuff. Only do what makes sense for you. And none of it may make sense for you. You might just want to be here for the strategy, for that, and that's okay. So yeah. So just take your time and don't be overwhelmed by that. Do you guys have any other questions that I can address? Got any questions? Otherwise, I think this is a wrap. Now, where's my closing statement? Oh, so you said you liked the disinfectant video. Good. I'm glad you liked that, Allie. It was a fun video to do, and it was easy to do. And then my how to make your own hand sanitizer, that one is out now. So hopefully you guys can check that out. And it's really quite easy. You know, the funny thing is this, since we're talking about that, we were talking about like what makes sense for you and how you do things. And each one of us has our own approach to a topic. So we could probably all 15 of us do a topic on the coronavirus, or on how to make your own hand sanitizer, or, how to clean your kitchen. But each of us has a different way we approach things. So when you put your own spin on it, that makes it unique. That makes it you. So think about it from that perspective. Oh, Cal, you are so funny. I like that picture of you. So ladies are starting to jump off. They're starting to say goodnight. So let me give my call to action. So don't forget, if you want to get started doing product reviews on your channel, download my free product review checklist. Just click on the link in the description box below to gain access. And then if you want to access my free freezer, fridge, and pantry inventory bundle, just send me an email and I will send that out to you. And let's see. And if you're interested in tips, talk, and strategies to help you grow your YouTube influence one subscriber at a time, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of YouTube Talk with Denise Jordan. In the meantime, I'm saying goodbye. I will see you next time. Good night, ladies. This was a good talk. I enjoyed it. Good night.